6-run lead. Had some good ABs. Parker was the story again. But it's just, he doesn't want the spotlight. You saw where he brought his catcher out for the curtain call. I thought that was special. That's just so him. And, again, we did some good things when he made an error. Got a double play ball. I was proud of Trayton. That's a rocket. He stuck his nose in there. We turned it. And we had the momentum. Just turned it over to Park. Ross Stone was obviously very good as well.
It's obviously a team effort always, but can one guy be able to set a tone in the way that Parker Messick is able to tonight?
Yeah, and they're All-Americans and major leaguers. Because you never know what's coming with him. I mean, literally, you have no earthly idea. Most everybody, you've got a decent idea of what's going to be coming. With him, it's 4 pitches, anytime he wants, any count. He locates in and out. Those guys are really throwing the competitiveness and poise, and they're really hard to find. I think there was a lot of pro guys there today to see it.
I think he's up to no runs allowed his last 28.2 innings here in games here at Hauser. Everybody obviously feeds off the home. How much do you think, especially him, with just his passion, how he pitches in that regard, that he fuels off being here?
Yeah, he definitely pitches with emotion, passion, whatever it is that you want to call it. He's always positive. That's the thing. When Ross was going bad, their thoughts that were creeping in there weren't positive, and that's what was said. There's the model. There's the guy. Just listen to him. He never talks negative. Think about the whatever balk call you want to call it. Nothing. He didn't balk. He rolls right through it. I'm about to lose my mind over there because if that guy would have scored, that's got a chance to, go up a little bit with his ERA. Parker, a big deal. Punch out. I think punch next to that.
It seems like most of this year, a lot of teams have loaded up with right-handed hitters against him, but today I think TCU had 5 lefties, and it seems like he was going to the slider for most of the Ks, and that's a new pitch for him this year. Just the way he adjusts and the way he's able to get all different types of hitters out, what does that say about him?
That's why, again, I think, there's always something about somebody when it comes to pitching that you can expose for the most part. But there isn't anything in his game, his arsenal, his makeup, anything in which you say, all right, this is going to be, we got a chance here. The only time, again, Georgia Tech, the only time I've ever seen him get hit. And I think it was a combination of just one of those days, and he wasn't sharp. A lot of dinks and dunks fell in. Got burned on the shift one time. He scored a couple of runs. But, he's just, I can't say enough about him. He's special.
Reese, 3 hits tonight. I think it's the 5th time this year he's had 3 hits. Just what can you say about kind of the transformation he's made this year? It seems like he's pretty much cut his swing down almost in half.
That is, his state of mind. I keep going back to the, pro ball, and it just takes its toll on him. And he got right with some family members, and some friends, and his girlfriend, and hey, let's go, try it this way. And he's playing relaxed as can be. He's doing great things for us. How many yards we have? 5. Clutch 2 out hits early, smoked that ball off the screen, run the show in the outfield.
Alex's first AB almost went yard to the opposite field, and then he ends up getting that ball over. You just feel like he's looking more that way now and kind of taking steps in the right direction?
I thought both of them. And again, to the, a lot of folks that don't try to make a living doing this wouldn't see it, but those swings with Alex and with Lacey are better. And of course, we spent the whole week on it. They worked their tails off, and so yeah, I feel like both of them are getting close. B-Rob, I saw a couple things that I want to, adjust with them. Because it's just a little bit out of sync. And the main thing is the mind is where it needs to be.
With Ross, just how good was it to get him in there and then to see what he did? Do you feel like it's something clicked with him tonight?
Yeah, the hip wasn't getting through. And Jimmy, again, is one of the best in the business. So was Mike. I stay away from the pitching. I'm more on the mental side of it. Just let Jimmy do his thing. He said that hip's causing the problems. He's not getting through it. You see those guys finish, it should be this way, not push it up out of it. and then you throw in the tempo, and then what you're thinking with the mindset, you know, there it is. You know, that's why we've said, look, this guy could be as good as any of them that have ever come through here.
You talked about adjustments a few guys made at the plate this week. Was that something you were able to do more of this week without the midweek game because of finals?
Well, the beauty of COVID, there isn't any beauty, but everything is done for the most part. They don't have to be there. They have until midnight to take the final. You know, so there used to be just a mess of, okay, who can be here at this time so we can, you know, get something done. Oh, well, you got half the group. Well, you can't do this, you can't do that. So we came out, we had a, you know, a pitcher catcher hitter session on Tuesday, which Ross performed, Mizzou performed, you know, a whole bunch of them went out there, and you know, we got after, we put them in some, you know, different situations, and you know, Brock caught the whole thing. You know, we worked with Brock, and that was the first time we've been able to sit there for 4 hours and really, hey, we got to do this. And look at him today. The blocks were there, the receiving was there, and you know, the plan is to catch him Sunday.
It's not an end-all be-all, obviously, but how big is it to win game one of a series?
It's momentum's just only as good as your next day starting pitcher. So, you know, we got to have Carson come out firing strikes. And, you know, we made a few things with him. You know, his tempo, same sort of thing. You're walking around too much. Let's go. There's the model. There's, you know, now you just saw what Ross did. You know, with getting the ball. Let's go. Parker Messick. That's the way those guys do it. Jonathan Johnson was like that. Paul Wilson was like that. Sean Gilmartin. There's no need for, you know, walking around and overcooking it in your mind. Let's go.
You said you guys have, you know, you're going to give Cole the day off Sunday, but also just to get him off his feet, his last 2 innings tonight. You think that's a big deal for him?
Yeah, he's in really good shape. You know, and he had a 4 or 5 days off. We didn't do anything with him except treat his thumb that keeps getting smoked. But you know, a couple innings, you know, it's just a reward for Brock catching. I mean, probably caught the equivalent of 14, 15 innings the other day. So, and it's that, and you know, he deserves it. And you look back at Hubbard's starts. When he's gotten starts, it was with Hub. You know, they kind of meshed together, and we're going to go back to that.
You know, one more on Parker. I know you've been around a lot of really good pitchers. You've coached now a lot of good pitchers. Do you ever allow yourself to just kind of enjoy watching one of the all-time greats in school history just perform? Have you ever just been a fan?
Yeah, I started getting kind of, you know, nostalgic, if you will. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the first time I've ever clapped for a guy when he makes a curtain call. Because you start thinking there's only so many more starts that, you know, we're going to be blessed to watch here at Hauser. And, you know, I can't say enough about it. Good.